What's up, everyone? The new Mortal Kombat movie comes out in a few weeks, so today I figured I would sit down and review the 1995 classic of the same name. Real quick, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. Tell me what you thought of the movie. And this is going to be a spoiler review, so if you haven't seen it, obviously you should see the movie before you've seen it, the 1995 Mortal Kombat. Anyway, let's get into the review. So the plot of this movie is fairly simple. It follows Liu Kang, Sonya Blade, and Johnny Cage, obviously kind of like the three main characters in the Mortal Kombat franchise, and they're all like really good like martial arts fighters in this, and they all get called to this this tournament called Mortal Kombat, which is held every 100 years on Earth. So they go on this weird cruise and they get taken to this like island, where they have to like fight to where we learn they're gonna have to fight to save the world. Essentially, if like the bad guys win 10 tournaments in a row, then the world ends or something like that. So they have to stop that, and that's really like the plot of the movie. It's fairly simple. There's a lot of fighting and tournament style fighting, with Liu Kang, Sonya Blade, and Johnny Cage fighting like Goro and Kane and all those classic Mortal Kombat characters. So overall, I actually really like the concept of this movie. I really like how they adapted the Mortal Kombat video game. Obviously, the Mortal Kombat arcade game. They really I thought they held true to the video game, where they didn't go bizarre and have it be this like crazy movie. They just, they kept it to this tournament style of people fighting each other in martial arts. So I really like that. I feel like a lot of video game movies, they always try to just go crazy and they completely change the entire concept of the video game. So at times it doesn't even feel like it's based off of the video game that they're making the movie out of. But in this, it really felt like a Mortal Kombat video movie. And I really like that. And that's what more video game movies should aspire to be like, because it really felt like this is a Mortal Kombat movie, and I think that's really important. And I like how they just like somehow found a way to turn this like arcade video game, arcade fighting game into this like epic end of the world plot. And to me, it worked. It felt justified, and it felt like I like the plot here. I think they did a really good job with it. While we're still on the positive, the action in this movie I thought was really good and easily the best part of the movie for me. Like this movie honestly just like makes me want to like rip my shirt off and go outside and kick stuff. It really pumps you up and it really gets you going into this like martial arts stuff, and like a good martial arts movie should do. Like it was just a lot of fun. It really pumped me up, really energized me. Like after watching this, like honestly, I had to start practicing my swing kicks again, and honestly, I'm ready for the tournament. Like it's just, like how can this movie not energize you? And that's like one of the best parts about this movie. And I love martial arts movies, and I don't watch a ton of martial arts movies. Every time I watch one, I'm like, oh, why not watch more of these? And this one's not like entirely a martial arts movie. It's very much more like Americanized. It's still really enjoyable, and the fights are really well choreographed, and it really feels like 90s martial arts, and I love it. And like pretty much like the whole like second half of the movie is just fight after fight after fight, and that's perfect to me. But honestly, at the end of the day, this is really a hard movie to rate, because while the action's great, I like the plot of the movie. There's a lot of bad things about this movie. Like the CGI is horrific, the dialogue is cringeworthy, the acting is nothing special. But I think that's all part of the experience when you're signing up for a 90s Mortal Kombat movie. I'm not really going to go in depth with all the like bad stuff in this movie, because I mean, you know what it is. If you watch the movie, it's very easy to see what it is. Dialogue's like so over the top. The CGI is terrible. But I think that's honestly hilarious. And there's no real like arc to the plot. It's just all action. And like honestly, those are all big negatives for a movie. But like I'm able to put that aside just because this movie has fun with itself. It's clear that this movie knew it was going to be just this over-the-top nonsense action movie, and I like that. I like it when movies do that. If you are familiar with Shark Boy and Lava Girl, which is like one of my all-time favorite like crap movies, it just has fun with itself. It's so ridiculous, and I love it. And it's the same case with this one. And I'll say this, and I think it's really important, that doesn't mean a movie is excused from criticism just because it like claims, oh, it's just having fun and trying to like entertain the audience and be over the top. That doesn't mean it's excused. Like honestly, I criticize Godzilla vs. Kong, and that's really just a movie that's all about the entertainment and the fan service. But in this situation, I just thought the entertainment value is so high that I'm able to look over some of the negative aspects of the movie. While certainly, I'm not going to give it a perfect score just because I was entertained throughout. I have to hold something back because there's so many blatant issues in the movie. But I am able to overlook a little bit of that because the entertainment value is so high, and it just feels like the movie's having fun with itself. Where in a movie like some of the MonsterVerse movies, for example, they're trying to be serious and it doesn't work. Whereas this one's not really trying to be serious. The plot doesn't work, but it's not trying to have this like Oscar-winning plot. It just wants to have fun. The fact is, this movie is just like so like blatantly bad. It really just removes all like critical aspects from the movie, and it really just becomes like mindless fun. And I really like that about a movie. If you're just looking to like kick back on a Friday night and just entertain yourself for 90 minutes, watch this movie, because it's just, there's not really any critical thinking going on. You just get to watch like Liu Kang kick people in the head, and Sonya Blade like break someone's neck with her legs, and that's just pure entertainment. And I love that aspect of the movie. Like, if this movie tried to be serious, it would suck. Like, I don't want to see a Mortal Kombat movie that's trying to have these serious dramas and these emotional ties. We'll see what the new one does. It looks like the new one's going to be a little more serious, but I think that's certainly different. Certainly different concept of the movie. Where this movie was obviously limited by the CGI, this new one won't. So, I think the new one has more potential to actually try to be serious. So we'll see with that one. I'm definitely excited for it, but I don't think this movie would have worked if it tried to be serious, at least with the plot they went for. But overall, throughout this movie, I just have a smile on my face the entire time. It's just really entertaining. I really just have a good time with this one. Like, I could honestly watch this movie on repeat. It's the kind of movie that you would want to bring on a desert island with you, because you can just watch it over and over again and have a blast watching it. You're not necessarily finding something deeper each time you watch it, but like, you just get to have fun with this awesome action. And while there's certainly movies that do this action better than this movie does, it's just certainly a lot of fun to watch, and you get to watch all your favorite Mortal Kombat characters beat each other up, and that's just really fun. I completely get if someone doesn't like this movie and just thinks it's a piece of crap, because honestly, it kind of is. But like I said, that's really the magic of the movie to me, is that it doesn't take itself serious, and it just gives you a good time. Like, this is just pure 90s action and cheese, and I love it. Sometimes movies just have to have fun and give the viewer a good time, and this one does, and it works for the most part. So at the end of the day, it's actually a pretty hard movie to grade. Like, how much do I grade entertainment versus quality, and where do I find a balance between those two? That's like something you could write like an essay on, like, because it's really kind of hard, because entertainment value is really high, but the quality of the movie is kind of below average. So I don't know really how to rate it. So take my rating with a grain of salt. So I'm going to give it a 74% and a C+. Like I said, it's really hard to rate. I don't really know where I'm coming from with that rating. It's just that feels right about where it should be. It's just, the movie's a lot of fun to me, and I personally am able to overlook some of the flaws in this movie. And I even think some of the flaws actually make the movie better in a weird way. Anyway, so that will do it for my review of Mortal Kombat from 1995. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. Stay tuned. I'll be reviewing more Mortal Kombat stuff in the future. Obviously, I'm going to be reviewing the new one that's coming out this year. I might review Annihilation. I haven't actually seen it, but I own it, so I might actually review that one as well. We'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching, and have a great day.